Hey everybody, it's Don the AS Lifter. I'm coming at you today with a subject that I seen posted on the in the groups that I just wanted to touch on. I started thinking more and more about this, and the more I thought about it, the more simple the answer was. So I figured I'd do this video to try to explain at least my point of view, maybe just a different way of perspective of seeing it. But I see a lot of posts where they talk about people talk about in their relationship. As they start to progress with the disease, or ankylosing spondylitis start to progress with the disease, that their loved ones or the ones in their relationship, well, I wouldn't say loved ones, I'm going to back up there because I'm going to redirect that term in my thought process here, but the people that are in relationships with those individuals are done. They can't deal with the disease, or they don't want to be in the relationship, or they start putting down the people in the relationships, telling them that they're either lazy or they're gaining weight, or they don't want to be in the relationship more, they don't love them no more, or it's too much for them to handle. Well, I got news, people. And this is the number one thing I can give you as far as an example in my news is they weren't going to stay anyways. The reality is if you're in your lowest time in fighting this disease, or any disease, or this goes for people in general, but if you're at your lowest point where you're fighting this disease, and the people that you deemed as your loved ones, or you thought were solid in a relationship with you, decide that at that point in time they can't take it no more and they want to up and leave, they were going to leave at some point in your relationship anyways. Anybody that's in a relationship with you and truly and genuinely cares about you is not going to leave when you're in that position, or you're in that place or that mindset. So the biggest thing I can express to you people is that they're going through this or fighting this is, hey, look at it as a godsend, a blessing. You're getting rid of the trash now. If they're going to leave and be, and sorry if I may have, you may not see it this way, but if they're that low and shallow and hollow inside, they're going to leave you at that point in time when you're in your lowest point, or you're fighting, something that they may not understand or whatever. They weren't going to stay to begin with. It kind of really upsets me when I see people and they start blaming themselves. It never was you. It's not you. You're not the problem. They're the problem. And if they decide to leave you because they can't handle the fact that you're dealing with something or can't be there to support you, then screw them. You don't need them. Let them go. Tear ass. Here's a suitcase. Pack up and tear your ass. Because they were going to leave you at some point in your life anyways. They generally care about you and generally there, and they want to be involved with you, and they're going to sit there and they're going to fight through the struggle with you. I don't understand, people. I don't get it. Why are you upset? And look at it as a godsend. Look at it as a blessing. They're gone. It's one less problem you got to deal with. It's one less issue you got to fight. We have enough issues fighting our disease. If these people want to find an excuse, any excuse at all, and tear ass and go, then let them. I see. People talk about it all the time. My husband tells me that he can't stay with me no more. That this is too much. Or my boyfriend said this disease is doing this and that, and he's starting to look. It's just an excuse. They're looking for an excuse to get out of that relationship. They're looking for an excuse to pack up and tear ass. They're looking for an excuse to get out because they weren't going to stay anyways. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off. The reality is, yeah, we have a disease, we're fighting, but it doesn't mean you're unmarkable. It doesn't mean people won't love you. It doesn't mean you're not a beautiful person. It doesn't mean you're not attractive. It doesn't mean you don't have anything to offer. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you have a disease you have to fight. Nothing changes in this disease or in life when it comes to relationship. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, people. We all have to fight the battle of the disease, but in the relationship, if you're in a strong relationship with the right person who genuinely loves you and cares about you and is going to be there for you, they're going to love and care about you and be there for you. Period. So if you're going through the situation and your significant other or the one you're in a relationship with, they're leaving, or they're telling you they're leaving, or they tell you they can't do it no more, or whatever BS excuse they come up with, the reality is don't pin it on yourself. They're the problem. They were going to leave to begin with. It's not you. It never was you. You're not the issue. You could have been perfectly healthy and in that relationship, and they were going to leave at some point in time anyways. Because whatever they wanted or whatever they were looking for, they either got bored or it just wasn't what they thought it was. So, people, please don't let it get you down. Don't let it tear you down. Don't let it bring you down. At the end of the day, you're a beautiful person. You're enormous. You're a warrior. You're fighting something that they couldn't understand. You're strong. You're internally strong. Rise above. Go find you somebody that's going to be there no matter what, thick or thin, support you all the way through. Do that. Do that. You'll be so much more happier in life. Again, this is Don, the AS Lifter. I just wanted to touch on this subject. Click that subscribe button if you like what you're hearing. Also follow me on YouTube as YouTube as Don the AS Lifter. On Facebook as Don Markham, A Fitness Journey with Ankylosing Spondylitis. And then I'm also on Instagram as Texas Markham. Thank you, everybody, and keep fighting on.